I think we are at a quite interesting stage in 5G. We have seen it being mass deployed globally at the moment, but it's so far been maybe a bit of a faster version of 4G, which isn't bad, but I think now we will see the real potential of 5G. So my name is Chris. I work with strategic product marketing for Sync here at Net Insight. So we have 5G standalone being massively deployed now. We have 5G advanced coming. And with this, we're going to see a lot of new kind of use cases beyond just consumers. So we will see it happening in things like government, industrial use cases, first responders. And what all these services have in common is that they're all critical. It also, of course, puts a lot of demands on the actual 5G network. So in order for services to be critical, the 5G infrastructure itself needs to be critical. So it really comes down to having a network that is resilient, that always works. And this includes synchronization.
Yes, synchronization is a lot more complicated in 5G compared to 4G because 5G relies on time and phase. And 4G was a frequency, and that's about 1,000 times easier. My name is Hans Sjöstrand, and I'm the product manager for the synchronization product line. To be able to put new services on a network, you have to have a resilient and reliable network. You will never put critical services on a network you can't fully trust.
So synchronization is normally done through GNSS, where GPS is included. So this means that you bring down your synchronization from a satellite and you receive it at a node in your network. So GNSS and GPS is a great technology. You receive this very accurate signal and you receive it for free. But it does come with some problems as well. So it's not very resilient in the sense that it's quite easy to jam or spoof the signal.
I'm relying on a single point of failure in my mobile network.
Services enabled by GPS and other satellite systems, they represent more than 10% of Europe's entire GDP, which means that if the signal goes down, it has a lot of effects on our societies, of course. So if you're not using GPS or GNSS for your synchronization, you can do what we call network-based synchronization instead, where you basically send your synchronization through the mobile network.
Network-based synchronization is better than GNSS because as a mobile operator, you control your own fate, you control your own infrastructure, and you can construct a resilient network. And you don't rely on any third party or foreign powers to control your network.
So by using network-based synchronization instead, you introduced a few other challenges. So if you use traditional solutions, you require hardware support in every node throughout your whole network in order for the synchronization to work.
You essentially have to rebuild your entire network with timing in mind.
Another issue is that a lot of mobile operators today are using what we call lease capacity. They use infrastructure that is not theirs. And by doing that, your synchronization cannot pass through those parts of the network.
At Net Insight, we think about synchronization in a slightly different way. We do think as an overlay service, not relying on specific hardware. And that means that the quality of the synchronization is independent of what hardware you install in the network. And the biggest benefit of doing synchronization this way is that you remove the cost for network upgrades. Another benefit is that the rollout is a lot faster if you only have to introduce a service instead of replacing hardware.